Yeah, because Marie got me that Glossier haul for my birthday.
The difference between Taylor and I is, and this I admire about you more than anything, because I wish I did this, is you will open one product at a time.
Yeah.
You have one, maybe two lip glosses open at a time. I have 5 foundations, about 10 lip glosses that are probably all now expired.
It's fine. See, but this is my one, and I am like obsessed.
Yeah.
See, I think your ADHD takes the form of many. Like you want many of something. Like you need all the options.
My issue is I forget that I have it because it'll go in a drawer or in a bag. Right. And so then out of sight, out of mind, I don't have it. So then I'll go to the store and I'll be like, oh my gosh, lip gloss.
I need one.
I need that so bad.
Takes the form of I need one thing and I need to hyperfixate on the one thing. And you couldn't, like Andrew has this sitting here. It wasn't an option to use this one. I had to get my birthday one.
So is that Andrew's?
Yeah. To be fair, I got it. Well, I got it and then I wasn't going to use it because I had one going. It wasn't this one, but this was a while ago. And so I was like, do you want this? Because he likes like a chapstick, like a basic
that's
chapstick.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'll use it. That sounds good. Dragon fruit lemon. And so now it's his desk chapstick and it just sits here.
So is it pink because of the flavor or because of the color?
This is just branding. It's a,
okay.
Don't you worry. It's clear.
Pink shimmer. nice touch on camera.
Yeah, and that's fine. So anywho, guys, welcome back to the pod.
Welcome.
Hope you guys had a lovely Easter. If you celebrate, and maybe that you got to spend some time with some loved ones.
Yeah. I didn't realize people don't celebrate Easter if they're not religious.
Yeah.
Because I thought if you are religious, okay, you're going to church. You know, you're celebrating that side of Easter. If you aren't religious, you're doing the bunny thing.
You're doing like Easter bunny vibes. And like Easter
we do
baskets
both
and stuff. Yeah.
Well, but I didn't realize that people didn't even do the bunny thing sometimes.
Yeah. I asked a lot of girlies because I taught on Friday and I was, teaching and I was like, what are your plans for like the weekend? They were like, nothing. And then the next person would make talk about Easter. And I was like, are you doing anything? And they're like, no. And so I'm like, okay, great. So a lot of people just kind of like did a little bed rot situation. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's talk about your coffee.
Okay. So I got it from this place called Mamaka Bowls.
Mamaka.
And last time, so they give you the option between small and regular, right? This is a small, which to me is regular. This is 16 ounces.
Yeah, that's not small.
So I ordered a regular last time thinking it would be 12 or 16 ounces. They gave me like a massive cup, like a 24-ounce cup of coffee, which is insane. But this is a banana coffee.
Oh my gosh.
Which
Cute.
I've been into.
Okay, so that takes us right into consumption corner, as it does. What I've been baking.
Yeah.
I made Andrew a banana bread loaf.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love a banana loaf.
Yeah. They are
so good.
He really loved it. And I was really proud of myself because I just love, that was one of those things that he had a bunch of bananas, 2 big of that were left over, got really ripe. And so I literally just grabbed things that I already had. I didn't plan to make it. Those are my favorite things when I don't plan to make something
and it comes together
and it's like, wait, I literally have everything for this done, free. Those are my literal favorite things. I do that sometimes with dinner or a lunch. If I just literally have leftover ground beef, I make some rice, I have a little bit of this, and I just throw it together into a bowl and I'm like, this is the best thing that I've ever done with my life.
Yep. Well, that's what happened 2 weeks ago. I made arguably the best soup I've ever made.
What was it?
It was it was kind of like a beef stroganoff soup.
Oh my gosh, wait, you talked about it on the pod, but you never circled back.
Yes, I'm circling back. I was like, these ingredients look like they would like taste good in a soup. Like,
Yeah.
and I was in the mood for it. So I put it in ChatGPT. Sorry if that's controversial for some people. And I was like,
I've always thought that when you talk about chat, and it's fine. We just have never addressed it, that it is controversial for some people.
it is controversial because I've said before, oh, I put it in ChatGPT and people are like, you're horrible. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Which is fine. That's your prerogative. And I also understand. But sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. And I don't know how much of what ingredient needs to go in something. Yeah. And so it told me. And I did make the best soup. And it was one of those soups. I put like pasta in it.
Oh, yeah.
So the next day, the pasta had like soaked up the soup. And
it's so good.
It's so
good. That's how speaking of, I made my lasagna soup for Easter dinner last night.
Perfect.
Really festive. That's what I made for Andrew's mom and sister came over. And we ate the leftovers today. And it just like absorbs everything and is perfect.
It's always better the next day. Dawson's like, can you make it a day before and then let it stay?
Yeah. Prep it for the next day. Sorry, I'm a little bit spazzy right now and I keep hitting the desk because I'm just like rotating in this thing. But okay, so that's kind of like our jump into consumption quarter. Do we go ahead and knock it out for the pod?
I think we go ahead and knock it out.
What are you watching? Wait, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say that was the ground beef that I called you to ask if it was still good. That was the soup I was going to remake the other day. And so then, brutal. Yeah. And I didn't get more ground beef. I think we just went and got food.
Well, I saw some swipe ups on the Safe Hours story. Where everybody was like, ew.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. As if you went and spoiled it yourself. Like, as if of your own volition.
I prayed to God the night before, please spoil my ground beef.
Let me wake up and it be rotten.
I don't want it. Even though it cost me like $15.
That was an expensive thing of beef. How much was it, a pound?
It was, I did an Instacart and I asked for 1 pound and they bought me 2 pounds, which should be illegal.
It absolutely should be illegal, but it makes me feel better that $15 package was not 1 pound because I was going to be a little concerned.
No, my goal was just because I only use 1 pound in the soup, so I was just going to cook the ground beef, and then sometimes I'll cook it so that Dawson can take the other half or whatever to work that week.
Exactly. We do the same, but with sushi.
Oh, Sushi the dog. I thought you meant Sushi the food. And I was like, that is not something you keep.
That is disgusting. No, we'll like make like a little bit if we have extra and like make sure it's unseasoned and stuff and give it to him.
Yeah. Well, have I told you about how my mom makes the dog's pot roast? Like she, at the beginning of the week, will bulk make like a pot roast for them. And that's what they eat for dinner.
What a concept.
I know. They're eating better than me.
Yeah, no, they're eating good. We're eating good. We're eating good tonight. Okay, so back into consumption quarter. What are you watching this week? There's been, we got a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about. Let's see. What am I watching? I feel like, okay, well, obviously I'm still into Summer House, but that comes out once a week. So I've been watching that, and I guess this kind of ties in. I've been just watching the tabloids nonstop. I don't know why this story about the whole Amanda West thing is like just
jarring.
It is jarring. It is jarring. Yeah. And now there's so much more that has come out. So watching the show is like almost so uncomfortable now because
it's like kind of a shell shock watching it.
It is a shell shock.
Yes.
Because you like overthink all of their interactions. Yes. Even if at the time they were harmless, you can't help but overthink it. You know what I mean? Like you watch it and you're like, well, underlying, was that like they wanted to hold hands or what? You know what I mean? Like
right,
that kind of stuff. And so, and then I watched like a 10-minute interview of Kyle Cook on the streets of New York, which I just am obsessed that.
And for the people, give context for the people that may not be familiar.
Okay, so if you're not familiar, Kyle is Amanda's husband, who Amanda and Kyle divorced.
Yes.
I don't actually know if it's technically like official or they've separated. Sorry, I'm distracted. I got bit by an ant today.
No, you didn't. What kind? Red ant? Black ant?
Red ant. And do you remember the last time you were bit by an ant?
No.
It hurts.
I believe it. I have not had an encounter with an ant recently.
I know. Well,
why
we have
do I
ants in
kind
our
of
yard.
So
which is
why?
horrible.
Okay, wait. Did you say red or black? I already. I have
Red.
Stockholm syndrome or whatever that is. I need to tell this story from when my mom was little. I literally think about this because she used to tell us this story when we were kids. You know how the stories that your parents tell you as kids stick with you really intensely?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, this must be like a law of life type of thing.
Yeah. This is a legend.
Yes. So she used to tell the story about when she lived in Texas, she sat in a red ant hill and
Yeah.
bit her to pieces. And so I literally like associate red ant like that. Okay, I gotta chill.
No, I
keep
understand
nodding
what you're
this thing.
saying. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, and I think you're right because we had pest control come out because I had just seen a couple bugs in the house, but we're moving, so boxes are coming in. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Or we were moving, so
Yes.
that's why we had them come out. But he went in our backyard and we had a couple ants, and now that we
Yes.
have a dog, I was like, okay, we actually probably should treat that.
Yeah.
And he said ants are actually really bad in Texas, and we have all like soft trees in our
Oh.
yard, and so they like attract the ants. So he was like, you'll probably always have a problem. You just have to like treat for it,
Right.
which is horrible. But before this, I genuinely could not remember the last time I was bit by an ant. Today I'm standing outside. What did it do? It crawled up my UGG onto my ankle, bit me, and I was
No.
like, no wonder children cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I'm
I
about
can't
to break
really
down.
blame
I'm
them.
sobbing right now. Yeah.
But similar to your mom, no worries, my dog just
Yeah.
is hacking on her bone. Similar to your mom's
We all
story,
been there.
I have like one of those exactly. I have one of those those memories that
Yes.
just like stay in your brain forever of when we lived in Plant City when I was really young, and I was out in the backyard. I sat in an ant pile, and they got all over me. And I remember my dad grabbing me and just picking me up and like running inside, throwing me in the bathtub, and just like filling the bathtub to get all the ants
Oh my
off of
gosh.
me.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
remember just being like,
Freaked out.
yeah, like it just like freaked me out.
Well, no wonder. Well, my first thought, sorry if this is insane, and maybe this is why I'm like not ready to be a mom yet, is because
Okay.
my first thought when that happened is to like drench you in milk or something.
I don't know, because doesn't milk actually like stop a stinging pain?
Yeah.
So
It like helps with like anything intense.
I think I would now, what I was thinking of, because Mochi, now that she's out there, I don't know why she does this. I think she can smell them underground.
Oh, wow.
So she like always will go straight to where the hills are and start like sniffing around the ground.
Yeah.
And so I obviously try to keep her away from them, but a couple times she's like stepped in it and it hasn't like gotten on her except for one time one got on her and she started like biting at it. And in my mind, I was like, I don't want to touch an ant. Like that's what I thought I would do, but I immediately grabbed her and started like getting them off of her. And I was like, oh
It's
wow,
a
that
mother's
mother,
intuition.
that instinct really kicked in fast. But I was like, what would I have done if it got all over her? There was a hose. I probably would have hosed her off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually very smart.
Thank you.
Okay, so back from the ants, we went down a little bit of a
We
ant
really
hill
did.
there. So you were saying we were talking about the Amanda and West stuff. So you've just been watching that. You've been consuming that.
I've just been consuming that, and that's what I've been watching.
If anybody wants to talk about that sort of thing with Marley, her line is open. I just
give me
volunteered you.
a freaking call. I would love to.
She would love to chit and chat. What I've been watching is, we watched the Age of Attraction reunion this past
Yes.
week,
Yeah.
which was really boring.
So boring.
They just like Nick
Yeah.
Vial or whatever, and Natalie had the reunion on their podcast versus it airing on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And it just like had an interesting tone to it. It wasn't like I don't, no hate on their producers, but it just wasn't really like produced very like well. It kind of was just like thrown together. It kind of seems.
I hate when a host asks a question and
Yep.
looks around for somebody
Yes.
to answer it instead of it being, sorry, I'm trying to get Mochi to stop. Instead of it
directed
being
question.
a directed question to somebody. And so I'm like, why would you not have, I mean, I would imagine they now have producers that form
Yeah.
their questions for them. Why would they not have asked specific, maybe they did later on because I stopped watching, like specific,
Yeah.
more targeted questions. It
They
was,
did later on, but the whole thing just was kind of like, it was really interesting
Yeah.
to hear, you know, the couples that are still together, how it's going, but the whole thing was just dragged out. And I'm not usually one. I usually want an in-depth.
A longer, yeah.
Yes. But they just drug it out. They were just asking the most random shit. Like,
yeah,
it's
stuff
like,
that doesn't matter.
does not matter. And
Yeah.
so it's like, what was your favorite vacation together so far?
I hated when they're,
I don't
how do
care.
you feel about the age gap? That was the point of the show. We watched how they felt about it.
We know
So
how they feel.
that's not the question we have now. We want to know why they broke up.
Literally. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. If anybody is still interested in watching Age of Attraction, I would definitely recommend because really got the people talking. I've talked about
Yes.
it with like so many people in my life that it's brought up really interesting conversations. So
The show itself was really entertaining.
Yeah.
The reunion just wasn't good, which is fine.
yeah, no. Only check in with the reunion to just get some updates and like that's about it. But
Yes.
that's what I was watching this week. I guess that I'll take one for the team and I'll talk about what I'm listening to because it's not really your favorite category.
No, sorry.
Let me pull up Spotify. So let's see. I've been kind of listening to just so much like anything with a beat lately because of my
Wow.
because of teaching my Pilates
Anything that really
classes.
speaks to my soul.
Really get you in there. So yeah, I've been kind of
Yeah.
just throwing together playlists. And when I like started teaching, they're like literally you'll just like whenever you feel like it, just trust you're just a playlist is just gonna come to you. And I was like, no, it's not. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, it does. The playlist just comes to me. I see one song.
It'll come to you in a dream.
Literally, I'll be literally scrolling on TikTok and one song with like a good beat and somebody's dancing to it comes on and then I go down. I'm like, this is the start of the playlist and then bam, 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 bam. Next thing you know, 45 minutes and I've got my playlist.
Yeah.
So I just keep making playlists. I'm really excited about my one that I'm going to teach to today. I'll give you guys a run through really, really quick. Starts with some Gracie Abrams, gets into Bad at Love Halsey.
Wow.
I know, kind of like forgot about that song.
Yeah.
If anybody wants like some throwbacks, like check out my playlist, T.A. Wildcancer. Tongue Tied, little Post Malone, Megan the Stallion,
Duh.
a little bit of Meek Mill, Baby. I've just been obsessed with this song, and it's not like new, but Fat by DaBaby. It's like Phat.
That was the name of my cat growing up.
Fatty,
Fathead.
right? Fathead,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, well, she would have loved this song. She would have gotten down to this.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Rest easy, Fatty. So, anywho, yeah, it kind of just goes from there. This is actually kind of funny. I have a Tinashe song in here, and it reminded me. This is really a deep cut. I used to have a best friend in high school that we are no longer on speaking terms, but
Oh, wow.
her favorite artist, she loved Tinashe. Like anything by her, she would play in high school, like all the time. That's all she wanted to listen to. And I used to piss her off because I would call it Tina Shay. I would be like, do you want to play that Tina Shay song that you like? So, yeah, that's a blast from the past. And, yeah.
Isn't there also a Tina Fey?
Yeah, there sure is.
It's like that trend.
Switched up.
My favorite trend is like that. No, I think you're thinking of Tina Fey.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So that is what I got going on. Pull up to class today. You can hear my untitled playlist.
Really
and what are you listening to this week?
Actually, yeah, I am listening to something right now. I'm listening.
my gosh.
Oh, sorry. If you're watching this, you can just
Mosh
see my
is
dog.
involved.
She is just launching herself. She'll get on the back of the couch lately and just launch her entire body at my head.
Right.
I
her
don't
hobby.
necessarily know how to unteach that, except for to say no. And she
Right.
doesn't like that word. When I say no, she gets like genuinely angry.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Right.
please excuse my dear Aunt Doggy. Did you ever do that in math class? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
No, what is that?
We used the Florida thing.
What is it? Was it an acronym?
Yeah, for PIMDOS.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember PIMDOS? I don't know what
Was
it was.
that in algebra or geometry?
I think, who's to say?
Hey,
but
what was
failed in
PEMDAS
both.
in? Algebra, yeah.
Algebra. Yeah, it was
Was not
like,
a math girl.
it was to remind you, like, when you're solving, like, a math problem that has multiple, like, division, multiplication, whatever, like, parentheses go
Yeah.
first, whatever. I don't know why I said that when it came to mochi.
That's fine. Please excuse my dear aunt dog.
Anyways, my dear aunt dog. So what I'm listening to is currently, I started this morning, is a Nick Bear podcast
Okay.
with his wife, who I follow on Instagram.
Wait, cute.
And they're talking about like parenthood and their life, like building their life, like how they've gotten to where they are and everything. And it is really great. And
That's great.
I'm taking like such a hard shift as Mochi is like literally gnawing on my thumb.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I really resonated because she posted a clip on Instagram, or the podcast posted a clip on Instagram talking about how she doesn't feel like right now is her time to like grind and like
Yeah.
work
Yes.
and you know whatever.
Yes.
And right now is like time to build her family and like pour into her
adorable.
children.
Yeah.
And I was just telling Dawson before I saw that clip, I was telling him, I think it was earlier last week, I was like, I feel like I'm scared all of my dreams are going to die. Like,
Oh my god.
which is so dramatic, but
Right.
it is kind of true because everything I'm doing right now is preparing for this baby that isn't even here yet. And then I was like, and I'm like spending all this time training this dog. So I was like, imagine when the baby is here. I'm training this dog and I'm like, I don't know, raising this child. And I'm like, where does my career come back in? And I was like, I've spent the last 4.5 years building this career. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And then I was like, honestly, I feel like when I was thinking that, I was like, oh, it's not my turn.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's
Great
just
way of
what
seeing it.
yeah, I was like, Dawson gets to build this beautiful career. Like, he is in the best shape of his life. Like, he is, you know, like coming home and seeing his family and
Yes.
then leaving in the morning and whatever. And I was like, on paper, it sounds like a beautiful life that he's building, which
Yeah.
is like amazing. And I'm happy for him and I want that for him. And so then I was just like, I honestly feel so jealous. And then I was like, oh, but it's not my turn for that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my turn to wake up and go work out in the morning and then go to work and whatever. Like,
Yes.
it's my turn to build our family and teach our
Well,
children
that's
and do all these things.
So cute. And also, I feel like it's also cute, not in like, and you obviously know this, but as you're saying that, it's obviously like, you're like, what if my dreams died? This is literally your dream. Like,
This
you
is my
wanted this
dream.
for so long. And so you
Exactly.
get, in a weird way, like one dream like takes a back seat while the other one can like have the driver.
Well, that's like where I feel like the grass is always greener thing
Yes.
happens, because I wanted this green grass for so long. You know, like, this is what
Yes.
I wanted. Now that it's here, I'm like, how crazy am I that I'm like, well, now that I've got this, but I want this.
Yeah.
Like, I've like already moved on to the next thing.
No, it's
and I'm
crazy.
like, that's so insane that I like begged
Yes.
for this for years. And now
Yeah.
that I've got it, I'm already moving on just that quick, which is so human. But that,
It's a good
That's
like
just-
reminder, shift back to the present.
yeah, shift back to the present. So that was a long-winded way of saying that's the podcast that I'm listening to right now.
So
if you
cute.
find yourself in that same phase, it's really
What is
good to
their
listen to.
podcast called?
It's literally the Nick Bear podcast.
Okay,
I'm
cute.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Cute. And he just had his
So-
wife on there.
And he has his wife
Okay,
every
okay,
once in a
okay.
while, and she was one of the guests in the past few weeks,
Cute.
which was so
Okay, well,
good.
amazing.
Amazing.
Okay, so our last category, what are you What product are you using?
Okay.
Okay.
This is
Let
on
us
our
have
list. And sorry if I sound like I'm out of breath. I definitely am.
Sorry if I sound I just climbed a flight of stairs. I'm just sitting on my couch.
I'm literally just sitting here, and talking is like getting me so out of breath. I've reached this really strange stage.
You need to take 5, take a water break.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll go right back to being out of breath. It's just she's like pressing on my lungs.
Okay.
So my bad. I said that the other day, and Dawson's like, "You can't blame everything on the baby."
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
I was like,
Watch me.
You want to start a fight?
Me. That's crazy.
I was like, I looked at him and I was like, "Don't ever say that to me again."
That's pretty crazy.
You don't say a lot of crazy stuff, but that
one was
never
out.
say it
That
again.
one was really out there. Okay.
That one was out there. I think he was feeling maybe like protective over her.
Yeah. Right.
Which I was just like,
Sure. It doesn't matter. Okay, what product?
Whatever.
Let's skip it.
okay. So every time I wear this out, I get the most compliments ever.
Oh my gosh. Tell.
Oh my gosh. So very specifically the Morphe eyeliner, Morphe. I don't know if it's Morphe or Morphe.
I think it's Morphe, but I don't know.
Morphe, whichever one.
Take it to the books later.
We can take it to the books later. We were in Target and a couple weeks ago, and I just randomly grabbed this liner as the last one left, which is
Oh my
insane.
gosh.
I know.
Well, that's a good sign.
Which is a really good sign. But I just thought if it was like the best one, why would that be the last one left? I don't know. Either way, it's a Morphe liner. I cannot remember the shade, but I will find the shade and tell you guys. Mm-hmm. And then I put that on. It's the exact same shade as my natural lip, which I think is the goal here. I think when you're looking for a liner, you need to get you have to have at least one that is the exact same shade as your natural lip. And then I layer the New Road peptide lip treatment.
Your fave. Yes. It's everything.
So hydrating. I like it better than the regular Road lippies. I like it so much better. It stays on so much longer. Every time I wear this combo, people stop me and say that they love it.
The people are loving it. So here's my thing. I think you're onto something. You need one that matches perfectly for an everyday, and then you need one that's a little bit more dramatic for a going out look.
100%. Like a little darker or whatever. Yes. Yeah.
So now you got me thinking. I think I want to find it's in my purse somewhere, my little Road lippy liner, because that is just my favorite. I love the texture of it. It's like twirl or what? You're wearing lunge. Yeah. Yeah. And I love it. I don't have it on right now. I wish I did. But okay, well, that's amazing. That's a great product. What I was going to say for my product is, I don't think this counts yet. I might have to save this for next week because this just came in. So I'll save this one for next week.
Okay, that's fine.
What I've been
using. You
need
more time.
Yeah, well, I haven't actually used it yet. I just got it in. So I need to give it a week, and then I'll circle back to the people. Okay, what I will say, though, is a product that I have been loving the past few months that I do have to talk about on here is my deodorant. And
wow.
I think I might have told you about it, but it's like I was very anti-natural deodorant at first, and this one's not like a natural. Like it is natural, but it's not giving like you smell disgusting, you know?
Right.
It smells amazing, but it just is made with more clean ingredients. And I had never heard of the brand before until I saw it. They sold it at Whole Foods of all places. Mm-hmm. And I was doing my grocery shopping and they had a little end cap for it. The brand is Foxley. It's so cute. And they like do a couple other things. They do soaps and lotions, and then they do this deodorant. Yeah, it is so good. I get it in shade Dragon Fruit. Let me show you guys the brand. The brand's cute. Like,
yeah, I've heard of this.
It's cute. This is the deodorant I use. But I use the pink one. It's shade Dragon Fruit.
Okay.
And I think
it works
so good. Yes.
Okay.
And I think it's kind of like an underground brand because they have less than 10K followers, and like I'd never heard of it before. And so, but I've been loyal to it. I like will rebuy it. And that says something, I think.
I was so scared where you were going with that because I tried the Tom's deodorant.
No.
From Whole Foods.
No,
Bad.
no. So do you know what? Tom's always will forever and ever and ever till I die make me think of my dad because he used to swear by the Tom's floss growing up. He loved Tom's. It's like Tom's of Maine or whatever the full name of their brand is. He loved the floss when I was growing up. And so he would like always have it and would just get us that floss. And so
he was kind of ahead of the game.
He was ahead of as with most health things. Like he was having us use a toner back when we were, I know, when I was like 7 years old. He was like, okay, put on toner before moisturizer.
That's crazy.
He like a little diva for real. I really can't. But
wait, that's wild because I was still using like Proactive.
No, he was into it. And so he would get this one toner. It came in like a white and orange bottle and he got it. See, this is the thing. He's just such a character. He was big in health food stores. I think health food stores were kind of like before skincare and like supplements became a marketplace thing. Like, before that was like
Whole Foods was it's a big deal to shop at Whole Foods. Before it was a big deal to like make sure you're putting your moisturizer on every day.
Yes, exactly. And so he literally would get everything from there. And so he was ahead of the times. And so he's kind of always been ahead of the times though, because he started the coffee shop and his coffee truck built out his Sprinter van and did that like just 10 years too early. And so he'd be ahead of it. And so I wish he could kind of like.
Had he hit that market, say 7 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. It would have stuck. But you know, he just is a trendsetter, I guess. But anywho, that's what I've been loving. I will be rebuying because I'm almost to the end of it. I've had it for like 3 months now, and I'm almost to the end of my Foxley deodorant. So check it out. The scents are really good.
Yeah, that's amazing. I've heard a lot of good things about the Crystal deodorant. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it, but I've never tried it.
I've never tried it, but it is like straight up a crystal that you
crazy.
Wet and then rub on your armpit.
There's some people I'm thinking of right now that would be really into that. I can give you 3 names.
Personally for me, I need an antiperspirant.
Yeah, that's fair. Have you found an aluminum-free antiperspirant or no?
No, you're not going to like it. I'm still using the,
Is it the boy one?
Yes.
It's okay. That's what Andrew uses, and he likes
That's
it.
so what I use.
Is that what you use? Do you use, what's your deodorant brand? Old Spice.
I'm still using Old Spice. And even Dawson has moved on.
So good. Yeah, it really does. It is effective.
It's effective. I mean, it's definitely bad for me. It is 100% bad for me.
That's okay.
Yeah. But the only time I switched and like dealt with it.
Doing the, what's it called?
When
stuff.
I was doing IVF.
IVF, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
I know.
Okay, well, that was a good consumption corner. That kind of like took 5 years to get through, but that's fine. What I do want to talk about is what we were saying the other day with the Instacart expiration dates. Mm-hmm. We wanted to bring something to the people's attention. This is circling back to Marley's to Meatgate. So,
oh wow,
oh wow, yeah. That's right. Yeah. So we're circling back. Marley got that in an Instacart order. Mm-hmm. The Instacart people, the expiration date was the next day. That seems illegal.
You should get half off. Half off the product if they do that.
If they do, that just doesn't seem right. And so we want to bring that to the people's attention. Big Instacart, big shoppers, we want to bring this to the forefront. And it just don't seem right. Because,
you're buying, realistically, if you're Instacarting, you're buying a couple days worth of groceries. Yeah. So if you've now bought me something, if everything expires that day or the next day.
It's not happening.
Look what you've done to me.
Look what you made me do. So
look what you made me do.
I feel like we just needed to like actually speak that out loud and get that out into the
and I am not first. Maybe this is something I haven't matured into yet. Like if I have chicken that's about to go bad, but I'm not going to cook it that day, I don't freeze it.
Oh, what do? Cook
it.
Oh, cook it.
Either cook it or throw it away because I I'm so scared to thaw chicken. I don't know
Here's
why.
my issue. I've been anti-chicken lately. And that's not because I'm like vegan or anything like that. I still love
No, it's a
protein and
phase. You
meat.
just happen to go through it.
I am very anti-chicken right now. I like it's I know the root cause. I had a chicken gate a couple weeks ago where I opened the package and it was just rancid beyond belief. Like to the point where like even if you got a hint of that smell a couple hours later, you're like I'm gonna be sick. I threw up when it happened. Like and I'm not somebody who throws up. Yeah. It was so bad. I after we got rid of it stuff like whatever, I was cooking and I opened the trash can and threw up because I was like, I couldn't do it. And so it just kind of put me off my game a little bit. So like anything, like I pass by the chicken thighs all the time and I love chicken thighs. Like I've talked about it before, good. But I think I just am taking a break because I mentally can't right now.
That's fine. Sometimes it's something like that just really sticks with you. I've always had this weird thing where if I saw which I might have talked about this, I may have spoken about this on the pod, where if I saw like the meat raw when I was younger, I couldn't eat it. Even like if I walked in the kitchen when my parents were like cooking chicken and I saw it raw, it's something
couldn't mentally get there.
I could not mentally get there. It wouldn't taste good. The texture would everything would freak me out. But if I didn't see it, I'm like, this tastes amazing. I love it. It's fine. And I still am kind of that way with chicken. I can't like put it in a pan. I have to put it in the oven.
Oh wow!
I cannot watch myself cook it. I can't watch myself.
I'm telling
cook chicken.
you. Do you have a crock pot?
No, which I
No,
need.
you
one.
need a crock. I'm telling you, you need a crock pot because that is the only way I will make chicken now. I do not make it in a pan. I don't even put it in the oven. Like literally, I will open the package, dump, put my marinade, crock pot, done. I don't look at it, and then it's done. You know.
I was never a crock pot girl because we would get home from work at 6.
Oh, And
I was like, what's the point of me doing like a 4-hour crock pot meal because it's going to be past dinner time? Now that I'm home and I can like make it at lunch and then we'll eat it for.
Absolutely could.
Now I need to get one. Yeah.
Well, this is crazy. Our friend Jake, he lives here in Greenville. He lives alone, like is just cooking for himself. But when he got his crock pot for Christmas, he came over and brought ribs. He made us like ribs for him, Andrew and I, and Ian in the crock pot, and they were amazing. Like you would not think, but he put like a thing of ribs in there and put like in the marinade and everything, and they cooked for like X amount of hours, maybe 8 hours or something like that.
Yeah,
delicious. Like fell off the bone, so good. So,
we were for a little while when we first got married. I was an Instant Pot girl.
Never had one of those. What is the difference?
So I think I got one. Actually, I probably got it when I was in college. I think the Instant Pot, the whole point was that it was a crock pot, but it cooked it faster.
Okay. So I think doesn't it use like pressure? It's like a high pressure. Yes.
Like it's
my
a high
mom
pressure cooker.
Had one of those or got one when I went to college or something like that.
Yeah, that's around the time that it really took off.
Yes.
Because that's when I got it, was when I was maybe a junior or senior in college and wanted to start making little meals like that. This is insane. So
tell us.
the pressurized of it all, because there were stories of them like exploding if you didn't do like release the pressure right. And it's like boiling food. So if you just open the top, now all the pressure, it's going to like explode, whatever.
No.
And so they were like really careful to advertise it, like make sure you release the pressure, whatever. And I am not good with directions and one step, whatever. I can't do the whole follow step, whatever. And so there was one time right after we got married, I was like, I'm going to make this Instapot meal. And I think we used it on the crock pot setting, but in my head, I thought it was still pressurized, but it wasn't.
Right.
And so, like if there's like a way to tell like if the pressure is still in it, like the top, like on the thing, the top would have like, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. There's like the lid.
I'm going there.
There's, you just get there. So there's the lid, and then there's the like pressurizer thing.
Yes.
And if it's down, it still
Yes.
has pressure in it. If it's up, there's no pressure in it.
No pressure, yeah.
It was still down
Okay.
when I went to turn the lid.
Yep.
So in my head, there's pressure. Like it's pressurized. No, because it was just on the crock pot setting.
Right.
So it wasn't pressurized. It just, there was no need for it to do anything.
Sure.
I tell Dawson, I'm like, we've created a bomb in this apartment.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what to do.
It's gonna, we're done.
We're 22, way too young. Married, which is insane.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, we've created a bomb in this place.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I have no idea what to do. I was like, straight up, take it outside, throw it in the dumpster. I was like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Just throw it in the dumpster.
No.
And he's like, no. You worked so hard on this meal. He's like,
Please. And it's
we're
just
so
like chicken
dramatic
or something.
It's like, I have no idea. Probably meatballs.
Yeah, right.
He's like, don't worry, babe. I'm going to fix this. And he said, I'm going to go out into the hall. If you hear a loud boom, call someone.
Oh, there is literally no way.
He goes out into the hall with a towel to protect himself, as if that's going to do anything. And he just puts it on the ground and like unlocks the lid. It's fine. Nothing
literally
happens.
the most anticlimactic moment of his life.
Nothing happens. He walks back inside and he's like, I don't know. Nothing happened.
That is hilarious.
I was ready to throw after that, I don't think I cooked another thing in it though, because it really freaked me out.
Yeah,
It just,
you couldn't do it.
But we think about that story every once in a while, and I don't think we really told anybody when it happened because we were so embarrassed.
No, that is genuinely
we're so stupid.
No, it happens to the best of us. How are you supposed to know?
Whatever. How was I supposed to know?
How would they know?
We're just girls.
Yeah, it's literally.
Oh
just
well,
girls.
whatever.
And
Dawson.
girls in Dawson.
Yeah.
So something, this is kind of offbeat a little bit. Something I wanted to talk about is I'm kind of self-conscious because now if you're watching, you're going to look at them. I feel like I really need to go get my eyebrows done on this next grow out.
I think they look great though.
Thank you. They're filled in right now. Or not like filled. I just brushed through them with my boy brow, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think I just need a reset because remember I had that place I went to in Atlanta to get them tweezed.
Yeah.
Best ever. Like every time I went there, I loved it. And so I've just been doing it just kind of solo.
Yeah.
And so I think I need to find somewhere to go get them done. This dovetails me into what I want to talk about. I've only got my eyebrows actually waxed one time. Hated it.
Me too.
Only a tweeze. Have you gotten yours threaded?
No, I was literally just about to ask you that. Have you done it or no?
No. And I'm scared.
I've heard it hurts.
Hurts. I know.
Yeah.
Because oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's tweezing multiple at the same time.
It's tweezing multiple at the same time. It's just like there's no relief really.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know. I needed to put that out there. If anybody has gotten their eyebrows threaded and would like to report back to headquarters, please do. Here's my thing with threading. I guess the people are just really good at it because I look at those videos and I'm like, it would be so easy to mess up.
I have seen videos of where they like slip and like give somebody like a slit in the eyebrow.
That might have been enough. I needed that. I might be convinced out.
Not a slit like a cut, but just like a little bald.
like a bald spot. Yeah.
No, I think if you go to somebody reputable, I've just heard that it hurts really bad, but I've heard that it's good. I'm in the same boat. I've only gotten it waxed one time when I was in like maybe middle school.
Yeah.
And I just never went back. It like freaked me out. I don't think I liked them or I don't know, or maybe I just didn't like you know how like you're not supposed to touch your face after?
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I'm 13 years old. So what am I going to do? Touch my face and then have bumps all around it. Whatever.
Right.
So I never went back, but now I don't have enough eyebrow to justify like, so I think I need to go get like a lamination.
Lamination.
A tint. Yes. That's what I want.
I don't know. Obviously, okay, now I don't want to look at them.
No, I promise they look good.
Okay, thanks. Whatever. It's just that is such a funny feature on people is that they have eyebrows. I just can't even, I can't even, like sometimes I think, okay, this is really, go with me here. Sometimes,
I'm gonna go.
So, yeah, I'm gonna
come.
So sometimes I'll be washing my face and I go to like I stop washing my face and I'm like drying off or whatever, I become so aware that there is just a patch of hair on my face. Like, I can't even, how is there just hair on my face? Like, and maybe this isn't like, that's not a concept for a man because they have a ton of hair on their face, so that who cares? But this is like, I'm like soft hair. Yeah. That's crazy to me.
Well, that's how I feel about fingernails.
What do you feel? What about them?
When I get really like, if I really think about it, I'm like, why are we painting this? Why do we think painting this makes it, like, why are we doing that?
I know.
You know what I mean? I'm like, it is just this hard thing on your body that everybody's like, you got to paint it for it to look good. And I'm like, why are we doing that? Like that.
Well, speaking of, we're not doing good.
I mean, I'm not doing good either.
This is the leftover nail polish from your baby shower. You want to know what we're working with?
Well, so is this. So that makes sense. That's the last time I got it done.
Yeah. I don't know. We're just bad at our nails, to be fair.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Okay, it looks good for 2 weeks, and then I look horrible for the next 3.
I don't know. And see, I just not that I've ever was in a routine of this personally. Yeah. Well, there was not consistently.
There was a second when we used to consistently do our nails. Yeah.
And do them. But like now that it's not an expense that I am used to. Right. Getting my nails done, I would hate to add in that expense.
Right.
Just thinking
I did when I was in high school because it was cool, but also in high school it cost $30 with tip to do your nails.
So cheap.
It was so cheap. I could go work at a boutique for 2 hours and then be like, great, I can go get my nails done. Yeah.
Literally.
So it's just not not the same. Now it's easily $80 for just gel.
Oh, for sure. The times have
Which
changed.
is insane.
Well, this client came into the studio and they were talking to me. Her nails were gorgeous. I had such a cute like little flower design on this hand, like a really cute one, and kind of like a tropical flower. It was very beautiful.
I'm picturing. I know exactly.
It was gorgeous.
I'm there.
Gorgeous set of nails. And I was like, where did you get this done? And she was like, well, it's an independent artist. Always is.
It always is.
She was like, she literally sets up in her like garage. Like she made it cute and like it's really cute, whatever. Mm-hmm. And she was telling me that she does, it was like definitely Gel X or something. Or I don't think it was acrylics, but Gel X. And then toes as well, all together with tip $130.
No, that's great. That's a great deal.
I was like, that's a great price. And she was like, I know. So I need to, if I see her again, I need to get that girl's contact because I would be down to go and try it.
Well, there's a space between us. I'm not doing that.
You said I'm not interested.
I am not locking myself in a garage to talk to you for 2 hours.
No. Did I ever tell the story on the pod here about getting my lashes done before my wedding?
No.
Have I told you this story?
I don't think so.
You're not ready for the story. This was my most, and I don't think I was a crazy bride, to be so fair. I don't think I was insane. This was my closest to like a bridezilla moment.
Yeah.
I was 4 days out from our wedding. Wait, 4 or 5 days out? I think 4 days out from our wedding.
Yeah.
And because it was a Wednesday night, I think. And I was going for my lash appointment because I was getting like extensions.
Yeah.
And so, because I was like, I don't want to worry about mascara on the day of. I just want them to look orange. La. That was the best decision I've ever made in my life. I would recommend that to literally anybody to get.
I've done that because your eyes get so irritated. Even if you're waterproof, it's just
did not have to worry about crying. Mascara. They looked great for the honeymoon.
Fake lashes. You don't have to worry about it being annoying. Yeah.
It was the best choice I ever made. Recommend to anybody. And so, anywho, I was going to get them done. And that afternoon, girl, this is crazy. That afternoon, say 2 p.m.
No.
The girl that I was going to, who I'd done a ton of research, found a great person to go to, like at a salon, whatever. She goes, hey, family emergency, we're going to have to reschedule. I literally see that come through. I call her immediately. I said, yeah, that's not going to work. These are for my wedding. These are for my wedding that is this weekend. And I go off on her. I literally, and poor girl. Like
unless she's like, actually somebody's in the hospital. I hate when they say family emergency and it's just like, I actually want to go to a baseball game.
I literally think that was, because she was like not, and not to say that she had to be in distress to like be justified, but like, I was like, no. Like, this is you're going to have to figure
yeah.
something out. And at that
Yeah.
point, I'm thinking, I do not want to go to this girl. She already kind of like faux canceled. And she
Yeah.
goes, yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to do it. And I was like, well, that's fine, but you're going to find me an
Find me
appointment
somebody.
for tonight.
Yeah.
And so she was like, okay, I'll be back in contact within 30 minutes and I'll have something for you. And so
That's what you should do.
yes.
Yeah.
And so she reached out to like Lord knows who.
Yeah.
Sends me this contact. She said, this girl's amazing. She charges double what I charge. I'm going to cover the other half.
Good. Yeah. That seems right.
Literally so nice. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay. She was like, I'm going to cover the difference. So you'll only pay what you would have paid me.
Yeah.
And she doesn't work at this salon. She is an independent artist. She works out of her house. And I was like, okay. And at this point, it's my only choice. Like, I couldn't get another appointment. Like, and I'm like, she's already offered all this. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, what if you know her, then I feel safe with that. That's fine. And so she's like, okay, here's your contact. I'm sending over this much to her, so you will only pay this much to her. And I was like, okay,
Right.
good with me. So I show up to this girl's house, and I pulled up, and she goes, is that you outside? I said, yeah. She goes, come on in. She like lived with roommates and stuff, and in this house,
Yeah.
built out her garage. And so she goes, come on in. And she was,
At least it's a garage.
yes, she was so nice, like
Yeah.
genuinely so nice. And went to her garage. She had a whole studio set up in there, and it was great. It was a dream.
Yeah.
And they were exactly perfect. So maybe everything works out for a reason, because she did amazing. They were perfect. Exactly what I pictured. And yeah, but that was my story. And I was just sitting there in her garage thinking, like, how is this what life has come
How
to?
am I in somebody's garage?
How
Well,
has
that's
this happened?
when I got my wedding spray tan.
Yeah.
I pulled up to this girl's house, which I had gotten spray tans at people's
Yeah,
houses
yeah,
before.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't think that was like that strange, but normally
Yes.
they have like a little den or something like that you go
Right.
into.
Right.
In her bedroom.
Oh, wow.
I was like in her
Wow.
bedroom, and like, you know, you take all your clothes off, whatever, on her bed.
It's giving like you're at a sleepover or something.
I was literally like, are you like, do you want me to put my clothes on the floor? Because I was, I don't know. Some people are weird about, you know, like if
I
it was,
would be weird about that.
like if a stranger was coming over to my house, sorry, I don't want your
No
clothes on my
shot.
bed.
No shot.
Like,
No
and
shot.
so I was like, where do you want me to put my clothes? Like, do you want it? And she's like, just on the bed is fine. And I was like, I know I'm clean, but like,
yeah, I don't know where
Like-
I don't know who else been here.
I don't know who else has been putting your clothes on your bed. So, that was just
That's
a little bit
crazy.
interesting. And then, whatever, my spray tan didn't look good for my wedding anyway. So that's fine.
What?
I don't know if it was a me issue or something about it, like something about my arms. It didn't like process right on my arms.
That's okay.
So I don't know why. The only thing I could think of is I had gotten these tattoos like 3 months before, and you know how they do like the stickers
the
on it.
shave or the sticker.
Yeah, but like it had been so long, but you know, I have like sensitive skin, so I was like,
Yeah.
maybe like it, I don't know, maybe the skin just reacted funny for a while. Who's to say?
Who's to say? Well, you can't go back.
What can you do? And who cares? I can't even really. There's like one picture from my wedding where you can tell, and I don't care.
Don't care.
I don't care.
My wedding spray tan was, I got it done by the girl who does not does actively, but did my Brazilian wax in Atlanta for
2 for 1.
every month on the month that I was there. Her name was Vanusa, and she was the,
I remember. Vanessa.
you remember Vanusa?
Yeah.
I loved her.
You loved her.
down. She was everything to me.
Yeah.
And literally, because I was like talking to her, and I was like, I need to like figure out where to go to get my wedding spray tan. Like, and she was like, let me do
Right here.
it. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And I forgot they did tanning at the place. It was the one with the peach, whatever it was called.
Yeah. The little
don't
peach
even-
house.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And she was like, let me do it. I said, you sure? She said, yes, I will make it look so good. Amazing. Great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
those are the people that you trust. To
it's
be
the
honest.
people you want in your corner.
Exactly.
I had Vanusa in my corner. It was the worst day
Exactly.
ever when I had to tell Vanusa I was moving from Atlanta.
No, I mean,
She was-
I'm telling you, it's breaking up with my hair girl over
It's
again.
devastating.
It's
It's devas-
devastating.
It's horrible.
I left it open ended because I'll go back as soon as I
Yeah.
can.
The door's never fully closed.
The door is never fully closed with me.
No,
I mean,
they get a you up text sometime soon.
yeah. I tell you right now, the minute I'm back in Birmingham,
I'm in your city.
I'm in your city. I'm coming to see you.
Please.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's all we have for today, guys. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we're
go
gonna
teach my
call it.
classes, and Marley's gonna go. What are you gonna do?
I've been like struggling to breathe, so I'm gonna go.
She's
Maybe
gonna go lay down.
I'm gonna go take a second.
Yeah,
I don't
she's gonna
know.
take a second. Take 5, and thanks for listening. We'll talk to you guys soon.
You're dismissed.
You're dismissed.